What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jones at 4K, bringing you guys another Forza Horizon 5 drift tune and build video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be diving into the 1991 Toyota Chaser. It has been long awaited over, I don't know, maybe 15 plus, 20 plus years, probably. Who knows? It's been a long time since we've had that we've gotten a Chaser or anything like that. We've only asked for it for forever, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, we're going to be getting into the build of this car, followed by the tune, and then we're going to take it out to our favorite drift mountain to see if we can 3-star the zone and also put down 1,000,000 points. Let's jump right into it. All right, diving directly into the build of this car. So for the motor swap, I was a little upset with the motor swap options. I mean, we don't have a LS option. We don't have, I mean, what do I need a BMW V10 option for? What do I need a racing V12 option for? I mean, this is a Toyota old school 90s Corolla, Chaser, you know what I mean? So the motor choices kind of made me upset. I didn't even attempt to build the stock motor. I went straight for the 2JZ, but then I realized this car comes stock with the 1JZ. So I built the 1JZ, and that's what we're going to use, the stock motor 1JZ. We obviously left the car rear wheel drive. We went with the single turbo over the stock twin turbos. And then we went with this hideous wide body kit, only because they made the car so tall, stock, like even lowered, it's just too tall. Like it don't look right. Like, you know, I got a buddy with the same exact car, man, and I mean stock is just not this tall. Like I don't know, this don't look good. So we went with the Horizon, the Forza Horizon wide body kit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to complain too much. For the clutch, we have the race clutch. For the transmission, we went with the race transmission. For the drive line, we went with the race drive line. And then for our differential, we went with the drift differential. Under platform and handling, we went with the race brakes. We went with the drift springs and dampers. We went with the front race roll bar. We also went with the rear race roll bar. We have the race roll cage. And then we have the race weight reduction. For air and appearance, you just have a choice of a couple wings. We're going to leave the stock little wing on there. It looks good on the car. For our tires and rims, for the wheel compound, for the tire compound, we have the Horizon Semi-Slicks. You can also go with the regular Semi-Slicks or the Horizon Semi-Slicks, your choice. For the front tire width, we went with a 265. For the rear tire width, we went with a 285. For the rim size, we went with 17s on the rear. We also went with 17s on the front. And then for the wheel choice, I do believe they are multi-piece wheels, and we are using the Work Black Label Zeist BST1s. Now, lastly, for our engine components, we have the race intake. We have the stock fuel system. We have the stock ignition. We have the race valves. We have the race cams. We have the race exhaust. Stock engine block. Race pistons. Race turbo. We have the race flywheel. The street oil and coolant. And then we have the stock intercooler. Then jumping over into the tuning the car, we have 25 PSI in the front with 22 in the rear. For our gearing, I wanted to make this car like have a 5-speed. A buddy of mine used a 5-speed. He put a 5-speed in his, and obviously we don't have a 5-speed choice, and we couldn't use the 4-speed, so we used the 6-speed and then gave it 5 gears. For our final drive, we have a 4.0 final drive, a 246 first gear, a 165 second gear, a 125 third, a 100 fourth, and then for fifth and sixth, we use 0.88. For our alignment, we have -5 degrees camber in the front with -0.3 degrees camber in the rear. For our front toe, we have toe out at 0.2. And then for our rear toe, we have toe in at -0.4. And then for our front caster angle, we have it at 3.0 degrees. For our roll bars, we have 33.6 in the front with 32.3 in the rear. For our springs, we have an 896 front spring with a 448 rear spring. And then for our ride height, we have the front picked up to 7.4, and then the rear left as stock at 7.2. For our dampening, our rebound stiffness, we have 10.7 in the front with 10.3 in the rear. And then for our bump stiffness, we have it at 5.3 in the front with 3.7 in the rear. For our aero choice, we have the downforce down all the way down as it can go, giving us 141 pounds. For our brake balance, we have it at 72% with a 55% brake pressure. And then lastly, for our differential, we have 100% acceleration with 100% deceleration, giving this car a lock diff. That was our build, and this is our tune. All right, guys, we done made it to the car SD drift zone. We're gonna take it downhill to see where it's 3-star zone and also put up 1,000,000 points. Now, before I get started downhill, I don't have a lot of good things to say about this car. Like, Playground Games actually kind of let me down with this one because, I mean, we waited forever for a chaser to be put into the Forza series or the Horizon series, or, you know, we've waited a long time. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm glad that this car makes some power. I mean, this car has 1,000 horsepower, but I just don't get the body kits. I don't get the body kits, and it really kind of bugs the crap out of me. Like, I got this car 20 minutes after its release. Oops, wrong gear. I got this car 20 minutes after release. It took me 20 minutes to get this car, and it literally took me 5 minutes to decide that I really didn't want to build this car. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's a drift car. Nobody thinks of the Toyota Chaser and then they think, well, I'm going to build a race car, so give me a body kit with these big old diffusers, okay? Like, there's no reason for these cars to have a big ass diffuser at all. It's a drift car. I mean, you think of it as a stance car, a daily driver, or a drift car. Like, I just don't understand it. I mean, it would have been better off with just some over fenders, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's not it. Like, they have to do better. And the thing about it is, I'm afraid that they're going to release other chasers and do the same thing. And it's not it, man. It's heartbreaking. You know, I got friends with these cars. I got friends with chasers. I got a buddy who is a freaking Toyota master. I mean, everything. I mean, he has Toyota Crowns, he has chasers, Corollas, GR Corollas. I don't know, man. Like, to see those cars in person and then to see what they did to it in Forza Horizon, it's a letdown. It's not good at all. It's not a good look. And I mean, and I never bash Forza, man. I might say they did, you know, this car bad or this car bad or that car bad, but they with the body kit of this car, man, it's just not, it's not it. It's heartbreaking. It's just not. It kills the motivation. Like, it just kills the motivation. Like, the car drives good. The car is exciting to drive. It's different, you know. We waited forever for this car, but I'm just not happy with it. Like, I'm not happy with the car at all. Like, at all. And I mean, and then for me, like, it's more so the visual. Like, it's more so the visual. The 1JZ, man, it makes power. I think it makes almost over 1,200 horsepower stock motor. Like, that's phenomenal. That's great. It get a decent tire size. I think it get a 265 stock. That's a good tire size for drifting. You know what I mean? Any tire size is good. Any tire size is good for drifting. But I like tire size. I like a little bit of width. You know what I mean? But it's just, I'm not happy with it. Like, I don't want to, like, put out a bad video, but I mean, if we don't, you know, you don't complain or you don't say anything, you know, nothing gets. I mean, they're not gonna do nothing about it anyway. But I'll be sending them a tweet, bro, because they let me down with this one. Like, they did. I mean, this car drives phenomenal, but I cannot visually get behind the way this car looks, like, at all, man. I mean, it's just ruined. You know what I mean? Like, I kept the two-tone, but I actually changed the bottom part to carbon fiber instead of black, you know? So, I mean, the two-tone on the car, great. The way the body of the car looks stock, great. Like, I would have been happier if they would have just left the wide body kit not on the car. Because I mean, look at this. There's just no reason. Look at this diffuser. Like, there's just no reason to have this big-ass diffuser on this car. Like, there's legitimately no, ooh, we're gonna take this picture right here. Ooh, that's kind of clean. Like, there's no reason for it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. And I'm not trying to be a you know, a crybaby about it. But I mean, if you're a car guy and you know the Chaser, you know that this car was done dirty. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't go get the car. It's a rare car. Go get it. We've always been waiting for it. The car drives fantastic. I did some tandems in the car. I enjoyed my tandems in the car. It took me some time to get the car dialed in for some tandems and whatnot. But I just feel like it could have been done better. You know what I mean? Like it's an iconic car, and they dropped the ball with it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not happy about it. I'm going to drive the car because I love the Chasers. I love the way the Chasers look. I just think that the approach to the Chaser could have been a lot better. You know what I mean? But you guys should definitely go get the car. It's only 20 points. You know what I mean? It's 20 points. It's cheap. It's easy to go get. It took me like 21, 22 minutes to go get it. I had the car. I wouldn't waste no time. Go ahead and grab it while you got time. I mean, for me right now, it's Tuesday. I think like 2 o'clock in the morning Tuesday. Go get it, guys. Go get the car, and maybe you guys will enjoy it. But I mean, if you feel the same, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. I just don't think that every car that they produce and they put the Forza Horizon kit needs to be like this. I mean, this is literally built to be like a aerodynamic race car with a big ass wing on the back of it. And I'm just not. I don't know, man. I'm not for it. Like at all. But it's a great car. The car handles good. You guys enjoy it. I mean, enjoy driving the car. I've been driving this car. I think I've driven this car every day since Thursday. You know what I mean? And I don't know, guys. I don't want to ramble on because I can do this all day about this car. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I really do hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer about it, but, you know, I express myself when it comes to certain things, you know, with this game because I spend so much time playing it. And as a person who's been playing Forza since Forza 2, I mean, certain things just kind of get to you, especially after waiting so long. I mean, imagine waiting 20 years for a car and then you get the car and it's not what you expect it to be. That's all I'm saying. But the car is great, guys. You know, it is great. Don't be discouraged to go get it. It is a rare car, so go get it because you probably never see it again, you know, unless you're going to pay like 20, 30 million for it. Go get the car, enjoy the car, take it down the hill, enjoy my tune, crush the zone, get you 1,000,000 points, be great. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. If you don't like my rant, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I appreciate all you guys' support, you know, thus far, and I'll catch you all in the next video.